ideas, thoughts, inventions, and sometimes you can be prioritized. The universe can be like, hey, what are you going to do with this? Here's a gift.
Welcome to New Earth. Congratulations on graduating from the Matrix.
I know I did my thing down on earth. I did the damn thing. I know I did my thing when I was on earth.
Welcome to New Earth. Congratulations on graduating from the Matrix.
Greetings, beautiful souls of the world. Zena A. Lecture, I am here. Yeah. Sharing these good vibes of you. Y'all, today we're talking about collective consciousness. We're talking about telepathy. We're talking about the collective consciousness and telepathy right here, right today, right motherfucking now. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Zena Electra, Soul Evolutionary Guide. I'm also a quantum healer specializing in past life regressions. So let's get off into the subject, shall we? What is the collective consciousness? Consciousness. The collective consciousness is just that. It is awareness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is like divine awareness. It's knowing that you know. So it's it's like kind of like an iCloud, right? Or any type of cloud thing where you store things. So rather than what's being stored in a collective consciousness, what's there is ideas, is inventions, is ways of being, life, ways to live life. It's all the things that keep us evolving. That's a part of the collective consciousness. Also, is ways that we can communicate with each other. Telepathy exists there, or even, you know how you think of something and then you share it with somebody, like, oh man, I was just thinking about that, or I just learned this, or whatever. It's that thing that keeps us connected. But also, when it comes to the collective consciousness, you have to be what? Conscious. In order to tap into the collective consciousness, you must be conscious, meaning aware. Know that you know that you know that something's going on. You have to be aware to this life. A lot of people, especially even in 2025, a lot of people are just going through life passively without really trying to, not saying we're supposed to steer, but they're just going through what they've been told. What their parents are like, hey, I want you to be this, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And they're just scribbling within the lines. They are not daring to color outside the lines. So when it comes to tapping into the collective consciousness, you can do so without even trying. So something about spirituality. Spirituality is a right side of the brain type of thing. There's two hemispheres to the brain. You have the left side, which is masculine. You have the right side, which is feminine. The masculine side is logic. Make it make sense. It's like that type of thing. The feminine is like circles and squiggles and creativity and songs and poems and creating something out of nothing. Rather than the masculine side is like, show me the blueprint. Show me so I can know how to do it for myself, right? The creative side is like, I'll just figure it out. If I see it, if I can see it in my mind's eye, I can bring it into fruition, right? So with that being said, spirituality is feminine. There's the creativeness, this tapping into this intuition. So when it comes to the collective consciousness, when it comes to telepathy is a form of intuition. It's a form of intuition to pass thoughts from one source, from one being into another who could be anywhere on earth. And for that person to receive that. So in both cases of tapping into the collective consciousness and telepathy, the thing, how you receive these things can come as this. They can come as a thought. So okay, I had a example, personal example. I've done some songwriting. I've been in Nashville, Tennessee my entire life. So I was doing some co-writing at one point in time. So I had this little piece of a song that I ended up hearing in Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic. right? And the thing was, I had written this song years before Six Sonic was even a thing. Years. And because I didn't utilize, because the people I was co-writing with didn't do anything with the song, that thought process that, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna slap it into another song, the exact same way, the exact same cadence, the exact same everything. And so I'm just to let y'all know, I was writing a song and I had put, and this is like me in like my younger days, you know what I'm saying? I put, I won't bite unless you like. And it even had like that pause in it for some reason. I was like, I don't bite unless you like. You know, however the song went, I don't fucking remember the song that I was writing, working on then, but it exists. It exists somewhere. I promise you, I kid you not. So the collective consciousness is that it's like ideas, thoughts, inventions, and sometimes you can be prioritized. The universe can be like, hey, what are you going to do with this? Here's a gift. And it could be, I'm going to create something, I'm going to build something. The world needs this. I see a problem that needs to be fixed. And the universe is showing me, because I'm tapped into the collective consciousness, showing me something that's going to better my life. And it's up to you to act on that thing that you're being shown, that nudge, that intuitive nudge, like, I should do something with this. If it's a thought, if it's an idea, if it's lyrics, if it's a poem, if it's a painting, if it's a even a community service type of thing, whatever it is, sometimes you can be prioritized, and if you don't use it, bloop, okay, and it will go to somebody else. And the reason is this: certain things must come to pass. Either you're going to be the person to do it, or somebody else is going to do it. The world has to evolve because of the collective consciousness. This is how we evolved as a human species, as a human race. Everybody has, no, some have access to it. You have to be conscious in order to tap into the collective consciousness. You have to be aware that you are aware of certain things. You have to just be, you know what I'm saying, embodied soul, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the collective consciousness can give certain people first dibs, right? Either you're going to make it do what it do, or somebody else will. Somebody else will. If you don't use it, you what? You lose it. Don't lose it. Because there's been a few times I've even had an invention personally where I was like, you know what? This would be great. And it was something for children, and I don't even have any children. And I'm like, why am I thinking of this? You know, I'm sketched it out. I had all these blueprints. And why I didn't do it was I didn't know how. How do you turn an invention into an idea and put things and items in stores? I don't fucking know how. And if my brothers see this, they're like, yeah, sis was talking about doing a thing back in the day. Yeah, because I was. Because it came to me. And so since I didn't use it, I lost it. And now I've seen this product in stores, online, for other people to utilize because somebody knew how to materialize it. Sometimes we don't know how to materialize it. So it just is what it is. You lose it. So when it comes to telepathy, right? Like I said, these things can come to us as a thought, as an intuitive nudge, as an idea. When it comes to telepathy, communicating with somebody who could be anywhere on earth, right? It's like general intuition. Intuition can come as a name. You know, there'd be some times you can sit around and you're like, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's doing. You hit them up. Oh, yo, I was just thinking about you, yo. You know, or even texting. When it comes to texting, sometimes I'll pick up my phone and my phone is already ringing with the person who I was about to pick it up, or vice versa. I'll call them to be like, dude, I was about to text you. I was about to send this text and you hit me up first. You know, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm quick with it. I'm quick, fast. You know, and that just lets you know that both parties were being pulled toward each other for whatever reason, right? It could just be a conversation, or hey, I thought of something. I know that you can help me work through this thought process. So intuition, all the spiritual things, it's very feminine in nature. Even when it comes to spiritual men tend to be really in tune, really in touch with femininity, the divine feminine. And, you know, hopefully that's to raise up the divine feminine, not to knock us down, because that would be fucked up if people do it. That would be fucked up if people do it. So, spirituality is feminine. You can't think through this. Sometimes you just have to let it flow and let it be entrusted when you do get insight and spiritual nudges. So, like I said, these things come as thought. For me, I know when somebody's thinking of me because they will come into my mind. Now, me choosing to make that connection to where it is telepathy, that's up to me. Being aware, being conscious, that's up to me to know, do I want to answer this phone call or no? Because that's really what it is. If somebody pops into your mind, if you have like a flash, a visual flash through your eyes of a situation or whatever, it's like usually that's that person thinking of that at that same moment too, if it's a moment that y'all had or something. So it's just like your phone is ringing, you pick it up, you see scam likely. So even if it's somebody that you don't talk to no more, that's when you pick up the phone and you see scam likely on that motherfucker. You can choose to engage, meaning think more and more and more and more about it, or you could be like, watch that motherfucker ring until it don't ring no more, or send it to voicemail, goddamn. But if you don't want to talk to them at all, let that motherfucker just ring. Sit the phone down, go back to what you were doing. Scam likely. So a lot of times, especially like people tend to use intuitions whenever communication is broken or people get blocked or whatever, and then that's when like the spiritual connections be connecting and shit. And you could choose to engage or you could choose to not to. So also, like for me, I can tell when people miss me. I can tell when people miss me. I damn near went crazy 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, or just not even that long ago, because I could feel somebody miss me. So I don't know. I don't have the little sense to miss people. Like I miss my boogie. I do. I miss my little guinea pig that passed away. But like when it comes to humans, I don't really miss humans. Maybe a little bit for a brief moment. I'll think of a scenario or something nice and pleasant that happened. I'm like, man, yeah, that was cool. That was good when it was good. Like I enjoyed that. And I just let it go ahead and carry off into the wind, never to come back, again. And I'm like, okay, that's me missing somebody. Me being like, oh, yeah. But when somebody misses me, when somebody misses me, it's extreme, and it's just like, it makes me want to cry and hold a pillow and, like it's like yucky. I don't fucking like it, but that's a form of telepathy too, to pick up on somebody else's desires for you. I've been in situations where I can tell when somebody craves me or desires me sexually because that body part will start tingling. And it could be somebody I've never been intimate with, somebody I've never fucked, right? And I could be sitting there, next thing you know, like I feel like my nipples are doing something, or I'll start feeling like pleasurable tingles in my, private areas. And it's just like, especially like if I'm talking to somebody or even if I'm on the phone and I'm just like, yo, what you want today? I need you to not think about that. We cool, right? Like I'm not trying to do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Damn you motherfucker, you. Leave me alone. And I don't know if that's because I'm just such an empath. I'm a feeler type of empath. I feel things within me, and it can be a lot. But we're talking about the collective consciousness. We're talking about telepathy. That's still telepathy. If I know what somebody's thinking their thoughts, that's telepathy. Telepathy, mind reading. Telepathy is more so mutual. Mind reading is more so intrusive, right? So we're not going to really get into the mind reading. Telepathy is mutual. You're thinking about somebody, they're thinking about you. You can tell that they're thinking about you. Y'all sending messages. Hey, call me. Hey, text me. Hey, check on me. There was this one day, I was in my home. Wasn't this home? I was in my home, and I just thought of somebody. Oh, so and so, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should call so and so. And so I picked up my phone and texted so and so, and then so and so immediately called me. He was like, yo, I'm out here. I'm sitting on top of the hill, and I'm just crying. I've been crying for hours, and somehow you knew, like, can I come through? Because he wanted somebody to be there. And my senses was like, everybody needs somebody sometimes. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and come the fuck through. You know what I'm saying? He came through. You know what I'm saying? We did some ecstasy or whatever. It was a good day. I have a video. Like MDMA. If you care, I've been told that that's improper form to talk about such. But it's just like it's helpful. It's helpful to know. And I don't do these things anymore. I drink coffee. I got coffee sitting over there waiting for me to finish this so I can drink it. So I have discipline. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here chugging it. But I'm gonna wait. I can wait. Waiting. Anyway, so that's that on that. So even when it comes to just thinking of somebody and reaching out to somebody, the older generation say if somebody comes into your mind, you reach out. Like that's just something I've heard growing up. And that's what I do. I'm like, oh, okay. I think about somebody, I reach out. Unless I ain't talking to them no more, then it's just like scam lightly. Like, put the phone down. No, thank you. No, thank you. And it just is what it is. So that's all. I really got something I gotta go do. I would love to spend more time right here with you guys on this subject. Leave me comments, like, share, subscribe. You could even buy me a coffee. If you like the information that you've seen thus far, buy me a coffee, y'all. I freaking love coffee. And so Buy Me a Coffee is a website that gives you the opportunity to make donations to me since you're watching me. So the link is posted in the description box below. Thank you in advance. So until next time, Xena Electra, Soul Evolutionary Guide, signing out. Happy Ascension all and peace.